Man, what a night. Alright. What a day. They're just waiting for people to come in. Alright, let's see here. Says I got a couple people watching. Got an interesting night tonight. Unboxing that tonight. Still waiting for people. Alright, let's do this as well. Hey, Jeff. Look, Eric's truck came in. I'll be unboxing that here in a bit once Eric gets in here and Bill shows up. And then I'll do a comparison between that thing's stock ISF1 setup, the ISF2 setup that's right there, and then of course that one's custom 3D printed front suspension setup. Because all three of them are the same chassis. So that's what's going on with today's episode while I get everything ready for Eric's print to start here. After my surgery, I'm going to start printing that battery. My surgery on Friday. And I still got this blasted cough, Jeff. Usually Bill's the first person in my streams when I go live, Jeff. That was the weird thing. Well, the bad thing is that one let's start out. That was the night. That was actually the Night Runner. That was a Night Runner that I custom the suspension on and made it a Trail Runner. And then of course we got Eric's Freshy Trail Runner. Yeah, I've been thinking about getting an infraction, but I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. So having a place to drive it, like be able to really drive it, because I just have the country road. Ah, what you watching? Or what were you watching? Hey, Vicky. Sorry about that. Usually I mute it before I do that. Yeah, just trying to see if waiting for Eric and oh crap, I just realized I didn't have a hat on. I don't know where my hat. Ah, that's always a good movie. Man. Ah, screw it, I'll just go no hat for the first time ever. Let's see, what else was I looking for? Nope, that's not it. Yeah, so I'm still waiting for the gluing to finish curing on that. I gotta do some probably end up doing some body work on that tonight as well, Jeff. So so Vicky, did you put your those desert lizards as a droop setup on it the same way? Yeah, you gotta get the weight of the truck just right with those desert lizards, and they're kind of a pita because you gotta take them apart to change out the spring rates instead of just the external sprung. You just change out the spring or adjust the preload. On those desert lizards, you can't do that. That's essentially why I stopped. That's essentially why I stopped running those kinds of shocks and sold them all off to people. Just because I got tired of pulling them apart to, change stuff out to get the truck dialed in. They're phenomenal shocks if you set them up, if you get them dialed in the first time you put them together. But with me, and I'm always changing body stuff around and changing the wheels and tires and stuff like that when I'm tuning, that I don't changing my bias and stuff that the spring rate says, Eric, I got it in frame for you, bud. Well, I won't unbox it till I got your full attention there, Eric. So that's essentially your baby sitting back there. And wow, that delay is hilarious because I actually got this thing on another. I got my actual stream on on my other screen. So I've got you guys over here, or all the chat and all that kind of stuff over here. Over here, I've got myself just to see how the quality of the stream is, and nothing in my center screen right now. Oh, we might have a doggy visitor. Doggy cam. Oh yeah, I get that, Vicky. Oh, you're gonna be in the unboxing area? Is that what you're gonna do? Because I'm actually gonna box it over here, change the camera setup so you guys can see it better. Because that's just more space than that cramped workbench, which I totally gotta sit there and clean tonight after the stream and get it ready for a couple other projects. Actually, while we're waiting a little bit here, I'll get the, Okay, that is weird. Oh, never mind. I had it a little messed up. I had my view on my other screen a little messed up. Like I said, I'm not that great with this yet, guys, so bear with me. Alright, you actually ready for this sucker? I'll be nice though. I'll bring it up in close first for you. Try to keep the glare off it. But there's the box. And the cool thing about these boxes, and of course I'm going to ship this back in this box when I ship it back to you, buddy. It's a scale garage inside. So let me get it set up over here. And yes, I'll open it up that way. Yeah, you get to see the rest of my size of my place. And that's the back wall of my house. So where is my knife? I just had my knife. There's my knife. Gotta flip the blade though. I definitely gotta get a better camera setup, guys. I apologize. I gotta get a setup like Ryan's, but I just don't have the space. Considering the fact that that wall right there and where you guys are at on the camera is only 12.5 feet. That's it. So spacing is definitely a premium at my place. Ah, so this one's got like the storefront style shop in it. Each box is different. Like most of the boxes is different, like what you get as far as the scale garage element. Oh, she's pretty. So, kind of get the lighting in here a little bit better. But, you can kind of see the detail inside here. But, it comes up and makes, So you ready? You ready for the reveal? And of course, everything is underneath here. Duh, here's my box. Little man, going over there, bud. Yeah, Vicky, that's one of the nice things about the elements is they always have a different scale garage in them. Shit, that box right here for the ISF2, that's a pinball machine. Like an old pinball gaming machine. So, Eric, we got your radio here. If I remember correctly, this is that's just the 2-channel version. Nope, it is the 3-channel version. So, they used to ship these things with the 2-channel version too. Ah, yes, Lavik, you were just here for the reveal of Eric's build. Or his future truck. I emailed Eric yesterday, let him know, hey, I have your truck. It's sitting here at my house, and I'm doing everything in my power not to unbox this thing. Like, the so urge to unbox this thing was just unreal. Even though I've totally seen this truck before. So, since Eric, you wanted the one with the battery and the power supply, or the charger for it. Let's see. Ooh. There we go. I know the lighting is not all that great. Oh, let's do this though real quick, because I totally screwed up already. Because I'm not good at this unboxing stuff, especially on camera. There's some parts in here I gotta give you. We'll put that radio back in its bag though. Oh, I hit my keyboard. Nope, too much. Now let's get those what is going on with this? Usually this thing sits here just perfectly. It doesn't want to keep falling down. Yeah, let's put some weight back there and see what that does. You're okay, Bill. You just missed the unboxing. That's all, buddy. Oh, there we go. We'll just do that. So, here she is. But Bill, it's better than late. It's better to be late than never. I have a metal version of those wheels there, Aaron. They're just so these wheels are a 155, much like all the other elements, Night Runners, for the Trail Runners and the Night Runners and the Sendero, and I think the only one they did the 1.9s on was the Trail Walker, I think. There we go. Aww. I'm a little sad panda at this one, at this body. So, unlike the Night Runners, where the headlight buckets were clear underneath and the taillight buckets, they actually have these painted. So a little sad on that. Because I totally was going to sit there and put light buckets in this thing. But, I guess not. Look at this. Scale details that I love about these things. Exhaust. Of course, you got the, ISF. The front. Oh, let me get the light back better. There we go. So, shocks actually don't feel half bad. Nice, Yonka. But, yeah. But, Bill, Eric, what I was actually going to tell you was um, since you probably sit there and run XD60s on all your aircraft, don't you? Now, this ESC that's actually on this thing is tunable. It is 2S and 3S capable out the box. Granted, I've never kept one in it for longer than a day, so I can't actually tell you how good it's going to be later on down the road. Just standard 540 size sealed brushless or brush can. You got a small battery tray and a large battery tray. Granted, it came with the baby battery. Let's actually see. I don't even know what size battery they run. Oh. Well, that's not taped. Why is it being impeded open? Oh. That's why. I'm an idiot. Ah, a little sad panda on this one. But still, it's only $20 more to get the one with the battery and the charger. They give you a 3,000 milliamp battery. Not bad. I wonder what the C is on it, though. That's a 30C. Okay. It's a hard plastic case with a shorty pack with a shrink wrap labeling around the outside of it. Not bad. I'll just go ahead and yeah, get the, and then that's how I found the C rating right there. Mm, be real, Vicky. How long did you have yours before that? Before you had the radio bug? And be honest, how long did you have your truck? Because you have the night runner. Okay, this charger comes with Dean's adapter already. You got the regular two-prong outlet though, so it's not grounded. Let's see. Is this balanceable? You've had that night runner longer than 2 months. Alright, so it's not a balanced charger at all. So you have to hit a select a switch for how many amps you want it to run. But somehow it manages to figure out how many cells it is, even though there's no balance plug. Interesting. But for $20 more, you're getting you get a battery and a charger. You really can't beat that for 300 bucks. So I'll give it credit. It's actually not bad. It does have a little instruction booklet in it. I just didn't get it out. I'll put this back over here in the box. So I already know some changes, Eric, that I'm going to do with this truck for you, just because I have the parts. Oh, so let's do something else. I just realized something here. Let's see. Come on. One little thing I hate about these little caps they put on these things. Yeah, I've got a couple of nice chargers. I wish I still had my my little rubber, oh. So they have these little scale caps on the wheels. These things are always a pita to get off for the very first time. No, these are not the same wheels. These are not the turbine wheels that the Night Runner gets. These are a wagon wheel, a deep dish wagon wheel. You're thinking of that wheel. Granted, I painted the beadlock ring. Ow. Just to change it up a little bit. Actually, no. We'll just do one side. There we go. I do gotta grab the wheels. Oh no. There it is. I'm like, wait, I know I keep a wrench on my desk. Believe it or not, someone used to actually make those turbine wheels in metal. I think RC 4-wheel drive made them for a while. They had a set of them. They just didn't have the beadlock ring on the outside. They were a hidden beadlock style. Because they made them for people that were recreating, like, the Dukes of Hazzard Charger. They might have been 1.9s now that I think about it, because touring car size. So, alright. So here is another SSD wheel, similar to the tire tread is actually the tire that we have on order for Eric's truck whenever they come in, and then these wheels are similar but not quite. But I can see the tire's a little bit taller than the general grabbers, the general tire grabbers that are come stock on it. But that was the thing I forgot to ask you, Eric, is if you actually wanted this the scale disc brake rotor behind there. So these are the contenders. Yeah, those SSD wheels are the contender wheels that I have that I'm putting on this on it right here. They have the same offset and width of the wheels that we actually have on order for this project, or essentially that I have on order for this project. And of course, you got Doggy Cam in the background, or Doggy's like, "Hey, I'm gonna stay here." What are you doing? Oh, that's what it was. He likes to lay on my pillow. Um, Man, that shock is nice and smooth though. Granted, I don't like the amount of preload that's on these things. Oh no, someone just posted on Instagram. Ooh, Pandora RC. I wonder what they decided they're gonna post up on their Instagram page, what new body they're coming out with. But I don't think those look that bad. Now, I believe I will probably end up um magnet mounting with my good magnet setup that I run, the 12-pound magnets that I run. So you're not going to have any, issues. Hey, you guys get to see this before I do. But let's add some weight to the axle. There we go. There. Everything's mirrored. I think I might put this body on my Ascender. No, so the oh yeah, that's what I forgot to ask you, Eric. You gotta email me more pictures of your truck. Cause all you gave me was like that one. All I have is that one or two pictures that I have is just like kind of the back end of the Tahoe. And I just want to make sure that when I mount the body and I'm like that, I've got like the right, like everything's sitting right. The other thing I was gonna say, Eric, was what's funny. Where'd it go? I had the other one over here. Probably got pushed back because of my medicines and freaking other RC parts. It happens. No, SD cards for... It's on here somewhere. I just don't feel like having... Yeah, I'm not gonna paint the, Yeah, Vicky, I'm not painting the... I'm not gonna affix the grill, because the grill actually sits up like this. So, the grill essentially just attaches here, here, and then across underneath the hood. Oh, that the thing that's hiding over there in the corner, kind of like buried because it's too big to fit anywhere else. But Eric, I also print the lift kit that lifts this area here higher and changes this out for a better approach if you wanted that done. I have all that stuff already. Most of it's already printed. I think I just got to print a skid plate for the front end. But yeah, so that's the start of it, guys. The trail runner. The Element Trail Runner. But I just got to get some measurements done on this. Because I know my Bronco's a little bit different. Just a little bit different than this. Because like I said, that started out as a a night runner that I put my own links on the rear to fit that Bronco body that's on it. And we'll do a side by side here in a second. There's a Vanquish VS410 underneath that over there. Yoink. So, Eric, if you notice that... Oh, wow, that wheel's loose. Yeah, I just didn't know if you wanted it done because I have it and I already have the truck, so it's like not... It takes me all of like 50 minutes to do it, but you get all of this. You know, the wider skid, because I'll show you the difference. Now you just got this little thing here, and yeah, I know you're going to be on gravel and stuff. I will prefer, Vicky, if I was going to go with a Defender body, even though it's a little bit larger, because even the TRX4 body is a little bit larger than what it's supposed to be, I would get the, I'm trying to remember the name of the company correctly here, the Team Rapico Defender. And the reason why is that it actually has the opening hood, the doors, the back, all of that opens, and a full interior. That's a good body. But Eric, I will be throwing in a set of Ender fenders for the front. Yeah, it's hard body. They make the four door the wagon 4-door. They make the wagon 2-door, They make the the 2-door pickup truck, and then the 4-door pickup truck. I, dude, I can't justify that much money for a Traxxas. I can't do it, Bill. I was about to mention it because they just freaking announced it. But, yeah, I can't justify it, man. I can't do it. That's a lot of money for a toy car, man. That doesn't have a lot of place. Yes, they do a disco too, Vicky. Uh-oh. Okay, that is weird. Why is this one hitting? Where is that hitting at? Very weird. As I tighten that one up, that hits somewhere. Oh, okay. Huh. Interesting. But that one's free. Oh, that one's because that one's not tight either. But yeah, I love the full underbody, Under Armour. Yeah, this has a wider offset wheel and tire package. Might have to put 3mm offset. Oh, that's why. Never mind. I figured out why these wheels hit. Oh yeah, Yonka, that's now let's compare the wheelbase here. So the reason why I made my own custom stuff is actually this truck. I'm hex to hex is still like an inch and a half shorter wheelbase. That's actually kind of crazy that the Defender is shorter, or the Bronco that I have built shorter. I didn't think it was. I thought they were going to be the same. I still got to 3D print some new skids though. New rock sliders for it though. But that's got some upgrades on it. Yeah, Jeff, the new Traxxas thing is. Yeah, exactly, Bill. It's like I couldn't justify $1,300 for a toy car that I have no place to run it at. Oh no, the wheel's not hitting because that was on the lift kit one. There's actually no. That's moving kind of freely. There are different width hubs too. So I can space out the wheel a little bit more. Because it is tucked right up against it. There's also other parts that I can throw on it too, Eric. That will clear that too. Like if I put on... We gotta move this out of the way. That other custom build that I put on hold because lack of payment. Oh wow, that's actually those fender flares are actually screwed on. Because they're hard plastic. I didn't even know, I just thought they were like painted. We're gonna put this away. But it is this TRD body is kind of nice though. I do like this body. If I can just find the other freaking hole. There. And then, of course, it shoots the back out. But let's be real, Bill. Even with it being 8S. Oh yeah, you'll notice in a second that it is completely longer. As long as I can find the freak, there they are. But Eric, I start printing your body after my surgery on Friday. So the Tahoe body gets on the printer then. So just letting you know, and then it should be about. I have some of the parts printed by next Wednesday's show, but that is actually kind of cool. Granted, I wish the front had it. Hard plastic piece on the back, but here, you want to see the difference in the wheelbases. Bud, you gotta go lay down, buddy. So hold on a second there. So, inside here, Eric, of course, we got the longer battery tray. And then there's actually a set of gears in here for the transmission. Yeah, this is a TR, like a Forerunner. TRD Forerunner. Oh, I totally forgot to take off that tire, too. Oops. I kind of need that tire for another vehicle. No, Morris. Oh, yeah, I forgot. So, Bill, remember I told you I was going to start my truck, Damn! Seriously? That's how much that sucker's weighing, Jeff? Wow, that thing is heavy. But then again, it is a 6 scale, so. Oh, Eric, I will be changing out. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. I was waiting for that to happen. Sorry about that. I will be changing out the hexes, Eric, for silver hexes, so it blends in with the wheel a little bit better than having big old black hexes on silver wheels. Unless you want to go with the scale hubs, like little scale lockouts. You know, it's the little details like that, Eric. Now, this whole truck is water resistant. Like, even the battery box is actually waterproof. Or the receiver box. Well, jump up there, silly goose. But yeah, it will be wider than this. But, oh, what? Does it actually come with a roof rack? Holy shit, it does. Cool. Alright, I dug it out for you there, Vicky. The Night Runner. Let's see these knuckles, Eric. Like, these knuckles are designed to use around the SSD wheels. But these are brass. And I don't store it with the wheels on it. And yes, I have to take off all 6 screws to pull a wheel off. Because you can't get to the hex with the wheel on. Nice. Okay, so, Eric, remember I told you the other night I was going to work on my full-size truck? Oh, give me a second, Vicky. Let's finish this little quick comparison here, okay? So I can get this off the bench and get the taco on it. But, there's your distance, the difference in wheelbase. Hey, Fred! We got, Eric's truck in the start of his, project there, Fred. So, I'm just gonna put this up here. Adjust that just a little bit more. But see, Vicky, this is everything you want for yours. But we'll line up the back axle. And you can see, it's a good, like, 1.5 inch wheelbase difference. But that's going to go back in its box and stay in its box for a while. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh. No, oops, I hit my scenes change. My bad. So, it's a Pro Line light bar, Vicky, on it. It's the Night Customs roof rack mount, and it's the rack that you actually have on the stock bed that gets moved up here and mounted, and then I have the light bar affixed to the wind deflector. I hate this light bar, though. I'm going to be getting rid of it. This light bar pisses me off to no end. The freaking headlights on this truck are brighter than the freaking light bar, and the light bar's direct 3S power. Yes, Bill, thank you, my guy. Thank you. But yeah, she's still over 12 pounds, Vicky. But she ain't light. But, I have the gatekeeper trailing arms on it. And I moved the mount, instead of the links way up here, the links are mounted farther back. The wheelbase hasn't changed. Like, it's still the stock wheelbase. Urgh. Forgot how hard it is to get that body off. Oh, did you guys see that the 2-in-1 from Holmes Hobbies released yesterday for pre-order? And it already sold out in less than an hour for his 2-in-1 brushless setup. His 2300 kV. But yeah, so you can see my rear suspension is different than stock. My upper links mount here, they're way shorter. My lower links mount way back here instead of being up here and here. And of course I have the full, well, that's my light controller, you know, scale drivetrain in it. And then my steering servo is going to sit way back here. Nope, that's the steering servo for mine, because it can't fit up there. Because see, the motor's in the spot for the steering servo. Fred. Anyways, okay, so let me get back to what I was trying to sit there and tell Bill earlier. So Bill, I was gonna work on my full size, my 1969 C20 the other day, because all of my parts came in. So my brake lines came in, my brake hoses came in, and my new ignition switch came in, or my key. Get it all fixed and ready to go. Put a new carburetor on it, the whole 9 yards. Have the battery on my charger all day. Pull the battery off. By the time I pulled the battery off the charger and stuck it in the truck, the battery was not even low with enough voltage to crank the motor. The battery that I stored was dead. So now I gotta wait and save up money to buy a new battery for that truck, so I can get it back on the road. Oh yeah, this has got every like night customs part except for the interior, which I still have to buy. I'm not sure actually, Bill. I'm gonna uh get my, oh god, what the hell is it called now? Hydrometer out and test the and see what cell is bad and probably change out the acid in it. Okay, so this right here is on here for a reason. The magnets, the glue wore off on it, so it just, if I actually didn't have the pin on there, the magnet would be stuck to the body. And these are 12 pounds of force on just this magnet. So you put two of them together, that's, you know, a lot of force you got to do to take, just to pull a magnet apart. Yeah. And the body itself weighs about a pound and a half because of this, and it's all back here. And the truck weighs 11 and a half pounds because it's got the SSD rear aluminum axle. It's got the brass in the front. It's got the aluminum diff housing, which you can't see because it's underneath all that suspension. You know, it's got this whole scale drivetrain that's all aluminum. But, Vicky, it's a 12-pound truck. There it goes. What is going on with that front end? Is that? Oh. Rip. There. See? I'm holding it by just the body. And of course it does that because it wanted to. Nope. A wire got pinched up behind the freaking, the magnet. Oops. I was wondering why the body wasn't sitting right. Now I can actually do it. And then it does it again. Oh well, I don't care anymore. These I gotta extend these wires. And actually put them where I need them. But, for the most part, it's a good solid platform. I enjoy it. I did order this. for it. To mount to the truck, only to find out that it's too long. It actually won't work on my truck, because it puts it like halfway across the driver, like into the roof area of the cab. So I was a little sad at that. Like, oh, it doesn't work. Yeah, they didn't have proper dimensions written on the freaking website, so I could get where I ordered this from to get the actual how long this was. And yes, Bill, it is all about the details. And I am obsessed with the little details. I'm kind of anal about it. Oh, I gotta finish printing off my Pelican cases. I got Pelican cases that go on the roof that I was gonna print off. That you can actually put stuff in. Put it back, and I gotta get the cooler reprinted. Because I was doing a test print. But the cooler's a little bit too big for the back of the tacos. So it doesn't go in the back of the taco. It doesn't fit. So I gotta reprint it, scale it down a little bit to reprint it so it fits inside the taco. And Vicky, you can just barely see it. It's not a Yeti cooler. It's a Canyon cooler. Bill. It's actually in the lid. I won't. It's gonna be whited out. Yep. It's in the lid. But no, Vicky. I got the VS410 too. And I'm in the process of converting it to leaf springs. So it will fit my C20 body that I made. And that's right, Bill. So we got leaf spring mounts for the front axle. I'm sorry, leaf spring mounts for the front axle. And leaf spring mounts for the rear axle. So there was a guy that you would order these from, JLC. He does a lot of he used to do CNCing machining for the leaf spring mounts for axials, the portals, the Vanquish axles, the Cinder axles, and stuff like that. He used to do all that, and then, you know, times got tough, his shop burnt down, and then he sold the company, and Power Hobbies bought all of his designs and everything. Oh yeah, Eric, that's something I liked when I did HO scale trains and slot cars. I enjoyed building the scenery. So, Vicky, for you, here are the wheels and tires, or the wheels and tires I run on the Night Runner. And you can see there's no hole in the center of that for you to get to the wheel nut, because they bolt to the hub. And it's a Pitbull 155 Rock Beast. But yeah, we've got the Vanquish. We got the Wraith. We got the Wraith back there, the OG one, and then underneath it's the 2-2 or the 1-9, and then what are you doing, doggo? What's up? Really? What do you want? Sorry. He misses the other half. The missus is at work today, which is great because it means I can stream and not have to worry about anybody walking around in the background. It's actually lemonade. So let's see. There's that one and that one. That. Ah, suburban time. Oh, update, guys. I totally forgot to update you guys on this. Remember the Jeep I was working on last week? Let me get the weight on it. Sorry. It has axial axles on it. Does that count? Yeah, that Wraith right there, which you can just see behind me, and it's just a black thing right there, right above my finger. That was a 2-2 Wraith. That's axial. Oh, that sucks, Fred. But yeah, she ended up gaining, guys. She gained a pound. But I 3D printed the doors. Oh, this one has a. I don't have the hinge thing back in it. But I got the roof taken off it because I gotta get the So this is my dad's Jeep, Eric. This is what I built him with the divorced coil springs and shock setup. This is what I was working on last week, is putting the axles on it. In last week's show. But I gotta fine tune some stuff on it. But I'm making a roll cage for it that will. So I'm gonna showcase this today. This is the JK, Bill. And he's talking about his cheap Jeep, World War II Jeep. I think it's the same one that you were doing that conversion transmission on. But, doesn't want to do it, so we'll do it this way. What is that not doing that now? There. Vicky, I have an 8-year-old RTR RC4 Drive TF2. I love it. Granted, it ain't RTR anymore, but my favorite truck. But this thing, Bill, or, Eric, because they have the receivers are all of like 15 bucks for these things. So it's 50 bucks. So, yeah, these things are kind of cool and they're cheap. 50 bucks for a 10 channel radio. Even though it says it's 8 channels, it's actually 10 channels. It's a cool little radio. And it's like channels 6 through 10 can be set up to be light controllers. And it's powered by an 18650 battery. So, one's little vape batteries. You know, $10 battery, rechargeable. Have fun. Yeah, like I said, it says 8 channels, but it's actually 10. Okay, so it's because there's all your lights there. So 1 through 7 are all lights. And then the 8 channel. So, okay, I guess it's, 8 channel. I was wrong. A buddy of mine ordered one the other day. Or he actually just got it. He says the steering's not bad on it. Like, he says he felt it in his hand. And he said it felt good. Like, he's still trying to finish the truck he's working on that this goes in. But he says, it all feels smooth. The reviews on the, that are on YouTube, there was already people that had done reviews on this receiver, or on this transmitter, and they all claim it feels solid and smooth. I take it as something you might want that put on your for the Tahoe. I like it. I think it's coming direct. No, that's right. You're still getting hit. This might be being shipped from the U.S. That's why you're getting hit with the import. All right. The fun part tonight. We've got the Suburban. So last week, I went to my local hobby shop and hung out and actually had this at the shop. People dug it, even with it just in this condition. It would be better. So, the radio that's on your truck, that's out the box, like the RTR radio, isn't bad for what you're intending to do with it. But it's only a 3-channel radio. Too many conversations going on in chat. It's hard for me to keep track of like what was actually being said to who, so I apologize. Oh wow, it has a auto shut off, auto off feature, kind of like the Noble. But oh, yeah, I can do some more testing about that with that radio because I have 2 other copies of that radio, Eric, that I can test out and give you like my personal feelings on that radio. Because I've never, as soon as I always, through one of my receivers for my better radio in the truck as soon as I had it. So I never actually ran that radio. So from my own previous, personal experience, I can't speak of exactly how that. Nice one, Bill, Fred. Jeff was watching Running Man earlier today before my stream started. But yeah. So a little bit more progress was done to it. I actually got the correct wheels and tires on it that I'm actually gonna be running on the Suburban. But if you notice, there's a little hole there instead. Oh, you'd be surprised that, yeah, Vicky can actually tell you better about that radio than, because Vicky's actually used it longer than I have. Sorry about that. Get this stuff off my camera, or off my finger. And why is my camera out of focus now? What is going on with that? Let me let me reset the camera real quick, guys. There we go. Now it's in focus. That was weird. Crap, we're not doing this stuff. It's the Mr. White Putty. So, yep, now I just gotta let that sit overnight. I will be putting some here and here where I had a little bit of Z-Walk to try to smooth that out a little bit more. I gotta do a little bit more body, obviously I got a, bunch of body work to do to it. But for the most part, I'm happy with how she's turning out so far. Let's see. Trying to think. So I still cannot make up my mind, people, if I'm gonna leave Ah. I still can't make up my mind if I'm gonna leave this drivetrain in here, in this truck. Because I have to custom make my own transfer case, and then I have to remake my skid. Well, the Spectrum radios are pretty durable, Vicky, but they do lack. And I just realized that I don't have my ESC in here. But I'm debating if I'm just gonna go and throw my 2-speed back in the truck. If not, Eric, what I'll do is I'll be really nice, Eric. I'll send an extra transmitter with you. So you'll have 2 transmitters. So in case you do end up getting the fluke, you'll have a backup. Does that sound good to you, Eric? Because if I wasn't using my Vanquish one that I got from my BS410, I just send you that instead. I just swap out to give you that one. But unfortunately, I'm using it, so. But no, Vicky, here, this is my old, RC4 Drive TF2. No problem, man. You want 1 backup or 2 backups? What do you need, Vicky? What are you asking about the transmission? Yeah, because I have to do a custom thing here. Like this transfer case is actually customed. It's supposed to look like this. All right, I'll send you one. An extra receiver, Eric, or no extra receiver. So the dilemma that I have, because if I just continue, like this is only a 2200 kV revolver. With this setup, even though I run my trucks on 3S, all of them, doesn't matter which truck it is, even this sucker runs 3S. The issue that I'm gonna run into is I just lost a crap ton of wheel speed. And when you run tiny tires, and I mean, smaller than even the tires that you're running, Vicky, you're running bigger tires than I do. Because I'm running 3 point, sub 3.8 millimeter tall tires, or inch tires. 3.8. So getting, going through this, even though this is a 1-to-1 transfer case, I'm going to have an issue. I'm going to lose the wheel speed that I need to get over obstacles at times. Because a lot of the times, because of this thing being on tiny tires, I have to bump over obstacles. Oh, you're going to lay in that one instead of this one? I get my dogs a nice, cool, new doggy bed, and they still take the old, worn-out one. But no, I have the 2-speed that I can put back in it. Like, I still have everything. And this is actually my second 2-speed. I have 2 of these. Like, if I had a little drive shaft to put back here, because I did this so it would bring it forward, because with the way it was set up before, it was like sitting way back here. I didn't like that. So, I've ran the truck for years on the 2-speed, though. And I loved it with the 2-speed. Like, it was perfect. Cause I lost, believe it or not, when I put the scale drivetrain in the Taco, and it's running a little bit different gear ratio than this one does. Cause this is the RC four-wheel drive one, and that's the GCM Racing scale drivetrain in that, and just like in the Suburban, it actually lost. Um, it is slower than it was stock. So, but it gained a lot more torque. Like, I could definitely tell I had more torque. Because in fact, when I get on the throttle on that thing, I can actually, like, feel the thing trying to wrap. So, let's see. Now, on here, Vicky, I'll show you the axials. I mean, this big chunk. No, so this is a Wraith. This is the old 2.2 Wraith. I got some velvet shocks, 4-wheel steer. Those are the AR-44. No deadbolt. I don't have my deadbolt anymore. I got rid of my deadbolt long ago. But there's that stock transmission out of my Night Runner. This? Not really. But kind of, yeah, because I do take it back. Yeah, this was kind of expensive. I have 140 in the axles because you buy them in a builder's kit. It is running a castle setup, so it's like 180 for that. But I had to piece this thing together. All I started with was the cage. I didn't have the interior, no transmission, no skid plate, no links. All it was chassis mounted servo and this roll cage. Already done up like this. So that's in your motor and transmission, Vicky. That's all in the motor and gear in the gear. The ISF has nothing to do with that. It's that gutless brushed motor and ESC and the gearing and the transmission. Like the transmission's solid, but you need to go to like I'd say run 3-cell on a 2800 kV brushless motor, and you'll have everything back. But you still run it on 2S. Yeah, I know. But yeah, so I gotta put these axles back on this truck. Because I may be looking to get rid of this Wraith. So, I think I might go ahead and put it back to stock. So if you know anyone that wants slightly used but modified Wraith with incision links. So we got stainless steel links in the front, some lightweight links in the rear, on the rear uppers, steel links on the bottom. All the bottom links are steel and all the front links are steel to add weight to the front end. To get this thing more capable. And it's got some decent shocks. Like, it was a good solid performing truck until I, decided that I wanted parts off it. For another for the I wanted those metal axles off it to put them on a different truck. I'll put you in there like that. And I'll put you... Nah, screw it, I'll just put them all here. Now, let's see here. What else could we work on? Because I don't even know what freaking time it is yet. I haven't even looked how long the stream's been going for. Oh, okay. I got nothing else to mess with right now. Let's, okay, Vicky. Oh, so I did drop off that, I did drop off that, body, and the guy freaking loved it. So that, little body I printed off. So those are actually light up whips. That's actually kind of cool. It's 8S, okay, but only does 55 mile an hour. Like, what? But then, of course, knowing Traxxas, it will only do 55 miles an hour after you put the upgraded gear set in it. Wait, functioning front disc brakes. Okay, I can see where it has a $1,300 price tag now. Man, I'm looking at that gearbox just making me cringe. Precision driveline. That. Oh man, I just see so many fail points right there. So it's a beefed up X Max diff. Yeah, I just see this. I see this section right here failing. Either that section failing, or I see this section failing. These two gears failing in it. Besides, well, the diffs explode. But X-Max diffs explode all the time. Yeah, it does remind me of the Lego gearbox set. Oh, man. That price. Oof. No, it doesn't have a spool diff. It's a gear diff. Oh man, I can't remember what kind of diff the X Max has. I see that servo dying a lot. Okay, it's a gear diff. It's just on gears dying. Yeah, Fred. I'm the same way. I'm just looking at I had to take a look at it. I got one of those in my car. I got one. I got that diff in my SX3 up there. Well, to be honest, Yonka, Traxxas is a marketing company. So, yeah. Like, they put a crap ton of money in marketing. Oh, yeah. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's cool. But I'd rather get my TIG welder out and make my own, Fred. To be honest with you. Speaking of TIG welding, I did get my TIG torch. Still haven't got any TIG rods for it, though. Or gas for the thing, but I'm gonna... Since I'm essentially just using it to TIG weld the, roll cages and stuff like that, like small little joints. Like, 1/8 inch and smaller metal stuff. I'm not too worried about the gas, to be honest. Because it's just RC shit. As long as the weld looks okay, I'm good. Yeah. Having the whip antennas is nice. Yeah, Bill. Like my sister, my sister and her husband and my 3 nieces live in Yuma. Because he's an MP over there. Well, the thing is, you can just buy the lights from Traxxas anyways, if you really wanted to. It's cool, like, don't get me wrong, like, but if I'm gonna buy something like that, I'd rather buy this. Even though that thing is so cool. Like, that is cool. Like, just the scale makes me want one of those. But no. Like, I'd rather buy one of these. Like, I'd rather buy a Baja Ray. Or even a Super Baja Ray. Oh, so this thing has cracked me up, guys. So here we have Loise's 1/10 scale, razor, right? And they call this thing 1/10 scale. But it's freaking massive. It's like 8 scale. Hold on a second. I gotta grab it. I keep it out here. See, they have those, but here's an actual 1/10 scale razor. But they called this was an axial Yeti Junior. Do you remember these things? Nice, Fred. How do you like them? Yeah, and as you can tell, I do run the crap out of this thing. I love this little thing. But if you've seen these things, those Loisy trucks are like the size of a... They're literally the same wheelbase as a 1/10. Yeah, the Baja Ray is just Like, I think they are sweet. Where'd the Super Baja Ray go? There it went. But I don't know if I want to, get the big boy one, or if I just want to continue to just keep with the 110th. Because the funny thing is, the 110 scale Baja Ray, Fred and Bill, if my local off-road track still ran, if they still ran a 4-wheel drive short course race, I could take the Baja Ray and race it in the short course race. As long as I, put 2S and put the 17.5 brushless motor in it and, conform to the same rule set they run with the power plant on it and race with them. Which 1/10, Vicky? This little guy or the Baja Ray, the 1/10 scale Baja Ray? And remember, with the importing and stuff, you're looking at about. Yeah, the actual true 1/10 scale was these things were like $150 when they were out, but Axial discontinued them. Yep. So Fred, let you know, Vicky here's from Canada. It's up there in the Great White North there. But let's see here. So when I was at the hobby shop last week, I did sell one of those at the hobby shop. So someone did buy one of those after talking with me. Man, every time I see that thing out on the trail, though, I'm like, Axial, bring out some smaller tires. That thing would be killer on, like, some Class 1 size tires. Like some actual 419s on it. That thing's gonna annoy the living shit out of me in a second. But my next RC purchase. Well, it's not to look weird on the 1.9s. It looks weird on the Alright, Bill. So this thing comes out next week. What about the CCO one's discontinued? I already have one. But I'm buying this. This is, I'm just like that. That's just cool to me. And if you've noticed, they've got a couple of these driving around in the U.S. now. By the way, there are a couple brand new Scanias rolling around in the United States. See, I have this one sitting in hiding, waiting for me to get around to building it. But the funny thing is, I bought this one to build it like the other one, as a 6x2 or a 4x2. So that sounds interesting or not. But yeah. I still gotta buy a globe liner because I think that I already have a chassis for it. Now, every once in a while, I do kind of look at these. The Tamiya RC tanks. Yeah, Yonka. Yeah, you can kind of see the weird crap I look at. I mean, they're um. That's Bruce Wilson's the guy out of well, he used to be from Florida. Now he's up in Tennessee. He has one of the new Scanias. Nice, Fred. Yeah, my runway's a hill. Like one of these days, I'll do a little area. I'll do a video on like where I fly out of, actually like my flight area. Because I do have a plane I still have to mate in. I just can't bring myself to mate in it yet. It's been hanging in a house for a while. I'm starting to grow my hair back after that one. Where the hell is that picture of that those things? Hold on a second. Ah, there we go. So, bought this plane back in August. Alright? I have yet to maiden the Fat Albert. So that Fat Albert right there has yet to be maidened. And it just hangs on hooks in the in his office. In my stepdad's office. Cause I bought it for him because he is a flight engineer on C-130s in the Marine Corps for 20 plus years. And one of the airframes that he used to fly on was a stand-in for the Blue Angels when Fat Albert broke down. So one of the airframes that he worked on and flew on was used as Fat Albert. So I bought him the Fat Albert C-130 for us to fly, for me to teach him how to fly. Because I also bought him that Cub to teach how to fly, but he has an issue where when the plane's coming towards him, he gets his control surfaces mixed up. Yeah, she's a 4S bird, so... And I've seen videos of people flying the plane around, and, it... It's actually fairly quick and does not like to fly slow at all. But, and of course I go up to Edgewater and fly up there. But yeah, Vicky, that's what that race started out as. Oh yeah, I was trolling my girlfriend with my old truck saying I put my exhaust in. It's all welded in. But no, the exhaust was not done that way. I cracked the joke. I took that picture because I just like wanted a picture of the troller with. And then I put the exhaust, yeah, I actually had the exhaust welded in where it's supposed to be when I sent her that picture. So I wasn't lying to her when I said the exhaust was done and welded in the truck. It just wasn't welded in there. But yeah, chemo picture where I started losing all my damn hair. And all the shit they kept throwing in my body. Yep. All that shit, plus that shit every 3 weeks. That was fun. Running the heat of the pandemic too. Oh, I did get my my mini Z does run off my my Noble now. So I got that module in. But yeah, let's see. What's under this? Nope. Oh no, that's what I should have done. There we go, guys. Yes, I have a Sawyer. The good old twin hammers. The old Batera twin hammers. With some scorched RC front bulkhead setup. Relocates the steering servo to here. Still has a 2-speed trans, I just don't have any shifter servo in it. Which I totally need to sit there and get this thing going. But yeah, it's got Vanquish hubs. Looks like some hot racing or somebody's link riser back here in the back. But yeah, I'm thinking about resurrecting this. Okay, you want to see the craziness. Well, Yonka's not really a CC01 anymore. I call it the CC86 now. Just saying. But yeah, I'm thinking about getting this thing back up and working again. I just got to get a brushless system for it. I haven't decided what brushless system I'm going to go for yet. Alright. I'll get it out for you. I know, Vicky. I also have some Max. So, this is an SCXN2. Or what's left of it. Why does everyone want to see this one? Out of all my cars, like all my drift cars that I have, everyone's still like, this is the one everyone wants to see. I gotta repaint the lenses. But my front look good. And of course, as the body's sitting over a little where it's not supposed to be. It's okay, Bubby. I'm sorry. So what do you want to see on it, on Vicky? Levin Coupe for the win, Vicky. Ain't got time for those hatchbacks. Ah. Are you gonna turn it in? Are you doing this to it? Doing the drift conversion to it? So this actually started out as the Unimog. This was the Unimog, the CCL1 Unimog. And then I got a Yoda 2 rear axle back here because I needed to flip the drive line because for some reason Hobbywing thinks it's a really cool idea on their XR10s. If you get like the just stock or the stock spec, you can't reverse the rotation of the motor. And being that it is censored, you can't just swap these around. So I had to swap axles to get it to spin the correct direction. And then custom links because of the Yoda rear axle, kind of in the same location as the regular one. Granted, these are triangulated because I still got to finish my Watts link. But I've been so sidetracked and not really drifting it that I never bothered finishing the Watts link on the back. And then, of course, my exhaust pipe. And then my 3D printed front end lower control arm mount for this steering mount. I gotta get a servo though. I gotta get a Rev D servo. But she's got a steering angle. Oh, forgot the exhaust pipe. But yeah, she got enough angle. And they're Yokomo big bore shocks with the tapered Yokomo piston in them. Oh, it's one of my favorite cars to drive. It really is. Like I'm either driving this or I'm driving my FXX. There is one issue with it though, is I'd rather with running this diff, I did lose some overall wheel speed that I would have had if I would have just left the stock rear end in it. And it's an open rear too. You just put a heavy grease in it, and it kind of acts like a limited slip. What, to do the actual conversion? Like to actually take the time and do the conversion? Is that what you're talking about? Difficulty-wise? Or how it drives? No, drivability, the car drives great. If I had a better servo in it, it'd drive even better. But this servo likes to twitch. I can't run a lot of gyro gain. But then again, I don't run a lot of gyro gain anyways. And the battery sits back here. That's essentially what this foam's for. Is the foam sits here and there and pushes the battery up into my little latch that I have here. That I 3D printed. I need to actually make this latch a little bit taller. It's a little too short. And 3D print it again. Because I designed this myself. I designed that part myself, this part myself, that part myself, as I totally just dropped that foam crap out of it. That's about what I'm at on mine. Oh, wait, do I have new? No, I don't. That's right. That's why these are on there. Yeah, I have the, all of my other, like, most of my other cars, except for my Yokomo. My Yokomo is actually running the Yokomo servo, programmable one. And then all my other cars use the Rev D servo. And I just didn't have a servo at the time, so I just put this, Savox in it instead. But chances are I'll probably be ripping the Savox out and, obviously putting in the Rev D servo. But by doing so, I'm going to lose a little bit of front weight by taking the Savox out and putting a Rev D in it. In the nose. I don't recommend putting 3S on these. Doing 3S in these things. In the drift cars. Because you'll actually be slower running 3S than you would have been on 2S. So, I don't recommend it at all. Even on this thing. Like, I'm still not going to run 3S in it. Even if I changed out that to a better ESC. Yeah, you end up gaining way too much wheel speed, and you gotta remember we're on these plastic tires, effectively. Like these different compound tires. And you just blow them off and not go anywhere. Remember how I was explaining to you in the drifting games? You get too much horsepower and not enough rear grip, you go slower than if you had someone that like tuned like I do, where low horsepower, high grip, and I'm way fast. The same concept applies even for these. So even this thing's a 10.5. No, I have a 13.5 in this. Yeah, and then on top of that, you'd be doing a lot of damage to the P-tile as well as the tires of your car. Because you'd be just overspinning it, creating a lot of heat. Actually, I should get another car out and actually work on it a little bit. Because here we are going on an hour, 2.5 hours, and I only stream usually for 2 hours only. But we're already over the 2-hour mark, so whatever. So what's funny is I took my RAR and I put road race tires on it. But we're going to put it back to drift. And now I'm trying to remember all the settings I had on this thing. That's the fun part. Trying to remember all the settings of the crazy cars. Ooh, I need to loosen that belt up a little bit. Yeah, see an issue? My outside tire is turning more than my inside tire. Apparently, one of my buddies just got their account hacked in another game that we play. Yes, there is a pulley at the front. So, this is an RER. So, RER uses a weight in the front that acts as a gyro to help with weight transfer on the car. I really don't want to pull this freaking yeah. Oh man, I hate trying to take these ball cups off. Finally, jeez. Oh, hell, I actually used the right size wheel nut wrench. Ooh. Wait. Whatever. Oh, and my steering servo's way back here. What do you mean? There's all kinds of adjustment on this ISF setup. The only thing I can't, I can change the lower control arm location, the outer control arm location. Oh, I hate this. What do you mean, like, I can put them in, out in the front, on the lower arm. There's adjustment. Oh, I hate these ball cups. Alright, Eric. Thanks for showing up, bud. Oh, on the Enduro. Nope, you screwed on that one. Just be glad we have the ISF1 front end on on it and not the 2. Because the 2, it goes up through the center of the upper control arm. I'll show you in a second. There it goes. Oh, I hate messing with ball cups. There. No, I'll show you in a second how the 2's set up. Just let me finish fixing this thing real quick. Or putting this back to drift spec. No, it's not like the McPherson setup though. It's set up like it's a dual wishbone setup. Oh. Uh, well, don't fall in, okay? Alright. And she's back to drift mode. Alright, let's see here. Yep, back to drift mode. I got my proper acronym again. Jeez, I gotta stop dropping stuff. Oh yeah, by the way, here's a steering servos way back here. That enough angle for you, young Vicky? Just don't try to move the steering servo with the suspension completely extended. Now see, I have axial parts too. So, the ISF2 front end. See the shot going up through the upper control arm? And it's a wider base too. Like that's actually wider than the stock one was. Like the arms get pushed out. Fred, Bill's oh, welcome back, Bill. Yay. That's okay, Bill. The only thing you really missed was drift car work. I had to reset one of my drift cars back to drift spec from grip racing spec. Nice, Fred. Oh, I never put the screw back in over there. Okay. Cool, then that means... Take that one screw out, and I'll expose the slide rack steering system. So... They moved the steering, Vicky, to being up here on the 2. So your servo mounts essentially right there. And then you have a slide rack now for steering. Trying to get that out of the way there. So it has better steering than the 2, or than the 1, but it... And they also took... They redesigned the knuckle, and then made the lower control arm mount down like this now, above the knuckle, to give more clearance too. Kind of like a pseudo portal. Oh yeah, it's much better steering, but you lose all the adjustability because it's all solid plastic and metal now. While the single kit was, you know, you could adjust the toe on your knuckles. Do I have them? I think I have them. Yes, I do. Yay! Knock a bunch of stuff off my desk. But I also have the SSD brass knuckles for the 2. Ah, fumble again. I was wondering what the hell happened to my damn pinion gears. Ugh. My ignition switch from my truck. I was happy when that came in. I'm like, yeah, I can get my truck. I can use a key instead of this is my key for my truck. But yeah, so I've got new shocks that I was going to put on here. Like, if I were to put this on my truck, I still have to figure out a way. So what I have to figure out in order to use this on my truck is let me get a steering servo. Oh, there's no servo in that box. Ah, here's a servo. One of my crawler servos. So this is a 200. Just DM them to me, it's fine. But see, that's how I have to put my servo in. My steering servo. And, well, the holes don't quite line up with the screw holes for the mounts here for the upper mount location. And then I still have to figure out a way to drill 2 holes, 2 more holes to mount the steering servo. But I have to mount the steering servo like that to put this on my 2. Or on my truck, to convert my truck to a 2. So, there's that. No, because I'm in streaming mode, so I don't get any notifications when shit gets sent. Oh, someone got hacked in one of my discords that I manage. Ah, I hate when I had to do that. Sorry about that. Someone kept putting messages in one of my servers that I manage, so I had to go deal with that real quick. Because the Discord just kept getting spammed with crap. Hey, look at our thing. Steam gift card. Claim here. So you want the Forerunner? Is that what I'm getting at, Yonka? Or, Vicky? You're wanting the Forerunner? For Marcy Full Drive? Oh, wait, that's right. She said be right back. Yeah, there's little rises I have to trim off the servo mount here to be able to drop this down like that, even though there's already cutouts for them, the release cutouts here for them. But the problem is I can't mount that because it interferes with my my motor. Now, if I have the 2-in-1 from Holmes Hobbies, because I'm waiting for his 3000 kV to come out, and I'm gonna try to order that and get that 2-in-1 combo, and that's what I'm gonna put in the truck, and then hopefully I will be able to use this like this in the truck, because it might be a little bit shorter than the Castle that I have in it now. But I'm waiting for that. So hey, Fred and Bill, I got a question for you guys. On my homepage for my channel, would it be in good taste to put a like a link to a fucking Amazon wish list or anything, like an Amazon list or anything on there? But yeah. So this opened up yesterday at 5 o'clock at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Yesterday, within an hour, his pre-orders were sold out. That's why they're not. You can't get a notification that they're back in stock. But look at that price. Like when you look at the Like, that's 550 size can, so that's way longer than this. I'd rather spend the 5 extra bucks. I'd rather spend the 5 extra bucks and get something American made. And the specs: import for 2S, 4S. Let's see. Um, they don't even tell you what volt, what like, how. Okay, where's my? How many cell lipo can I run in this? How much voltage can I put through this? I believe this is 3S capable, but it is 3S capable. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll make a new Amazon list of all the like the stuff, maybe try to do an affiliate links type thing of some of the products that I use or whatever. But yeah, I can't. What is this? Oh, same thing. That's that combo. But yeah, I'd rather spend the extra $5 and get this. And he's coming out with an 1800 kV, the 2300 kV, and a 3000 kV. And I think for all the trucks that I run the scale transmission on, I'm definitely leaning towards that 3000 kV motor. But I don't know when he'll come out with the. Yeah, because the whole thing's 50 millimeters long. So by comparison, let's see. Ah, there we go. Do I have another brush motor sitting over here? Do I have a brushless motor? That's the real question. Not in a vehicle. Nope, there's no motor in that box, no motor in that box, none in that one, none in that box. Ah. Where'd you go, calipers? I got my digital calipers around here somewhere. Oh. All right. We'll go back to full screen. Which I'll actually be right back. I'm gonna go grab the correct motor out of the box. Oh. I'm dropping all kinds of crap back here, guys. The neuropathy is real tonight. There. Screw it. We don't need that on the shelf anymore. Alright. So here we go. Your typical sealed can brush motor is from mounting surface to the back of the servo. You're at 55 millimeters on your typical sealed can. Typical brush motor. Again, just under 54 millimeters for this old Novak Ballistic. And I have no idea how many turn it is. The turn is worn the fuck off. But your typical motor, you know. So, we're at 55 millimeters for that one. A genuine Tamiya motor here, guys. Ooh. And the genuine Tamiya motor is 54.6. So, you can see there's a couple variants of a couple millimeter, you know, half a millimeter or whatever. And this thing is exactly 50 millimeters long. And then this has got the sensor plug on the back. And that added sensor plug adds a millimeter, another extra millimeter to this thing. So that's 55.5 millimeters for this motor. But yeah, you can see, yeah, I don't run brushed motors in my stuff. Because that's complete takeout stuff. Like, complete takeout of the Vanquish VS410 Pro. The other Night Runner. My other Night Runner. You know, I take all that crap, all this stuff out. I hate these things. Like, this is the motor that was in the Twin Hammers when I got it. This Dynamite 20 turn. Or maybe that was in the Ascender. I can't remember now. Because I remove them. And pretty much, you know, they go on the counter. Or they go in the shelf over here. They go in that bottom drawer right there. And that's where they live. Because I don't use them. As I said, almost everything I have is brushless. Or no, everything I have is brushless. I don't actually have any myself that is brushed. Like, I almost think that 2300 kV would have been perfect for the Jeep. But I don't know. I didn't have an extra 155 bucks or I would have, you know, jumped on the pre-order at 6 o'clock yesterday. Because that's what I do. But, I've gone on for an extra hour, guys. Longer than what I had actually intended. So, I'm going to go and wrap it up there. I'll see you guys next week. Of course, if you guys are going to go over to Ryan's channel, obviously, you know, on Thursday, tomorrow night, I'll be over there, obviously, hanging out and chat with the rest of you guys watching the show. But trying to take it easy while I, you know, get ready for that crap on Friday. And the bad thing is, my hospital hadn't even called me and told me what my time is, so I have no idea what time my surgery is on Friday. Yeah, it's like the first thing I ever do with anything I have is I convert it from brushless to brush, or from brush to brushless. Oh, next time it's trail runner talk, definitely. Oh, no problem. Thanks for hanging out, Fred and Bill and Yonka, Vicky and Yonka. I'll see you two over in Discord in a minute after this. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys.